In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. We've gone through many of the values and traits that we value, the things that we seek to exemplify as in our community. We've gone through a whole list of worship and sanctification, the services that we do, the people that we're trying to become. The last in this series is two, and these two, charity and constituency, and we'll talk about what these are. What brings them together is in their focus. They're not focused on this community existing for the sake of itself. They're not existing just for us, just for me, just for the people that I see. They exist, as in we exist, in part as a result of, and in part to serve, those who we don't typically see. When we talk about charity, this is in the perhaps more conventional sense, that we are outward looking to see what we are able to give to those who cannot or whom we otherwise don't expect ever to repay us. Now, if we want to look for the scriptural backing for this sentiment, we'll be there for a very long time. How many parables can we recall that are help for people around you? One of the great commandments, love your neighbor as yourself. And when someone tried to needle him on who is exactly my neighbor, well, we know the parable of the Good Samaritan. We know the one who went above and beyond. Even though they were among the hated people, went above and beyond for the person whose need he saw. So to us, called to be there, to be God's grace, to have him acting through us for the people whose need we see. And constituency, that is that we are part of a greater whole, that we value this connection. Just this week past, we had the joy of receiving the news of our new ruling bishop, that is Bishop George of Canberra, who was appointed to our Diocese of Sydney, Australia and New Zealand. This is something that we are able to celebrate in because we are part of this. Because we are part of this diocese, because he is there leading us, rightly dividing the word of truth as we pray that our bishops do. That we are part of a greater whole in the people around us, that we are part of a greater whole in the Church universal, the Church throughout the world, through these greater structures. We know that we are a part of a church that spans time itself, time and place. And we know this through the relics that we have before us, which are generously loaned for just a week between the two feast days of the martyrs of Cojeval Monastery, the 3,000, who died in the 600s, I think it was 641, that we celebrate in January each year. We have a church through time and through place. And this through our diocese, through our synod, through our church, and through the Church universal. And each of these tells us, both charity and constituency, tell us that it's not just about us. It's not about me. We're not here because I get something out of it, although I know that we do. We're here so that I can give something. We give, so not just because it's good to be giving here, but because there's a whole world. There's a whole world, and we're not going to be able to change it alone. We're not going to be able to give the relief that it needs alone. here we have a body of people that is looking to bring Christ to wherever it goes. Here we have a body of people, and maybe from this center, this outward-looking center, we can bring what is so needful to our society, that we may not only be Brisbane's English language Orthodox parish, but that we may bring Christ to our city and our people to sanctity. May it be so. Amen.